If you're one of the millions of golfers who struggle taking a divot at impact, this video is going to help you out. We see a lot of thin balls hit, whether we're doing schools, lessons, whatever the case, where golfers will tell us, I've never had to clean my clubs. I don't get dirty.
Superintendent's best friend.
Superintendent's best friend. But you're also robbing yourself of some compression if you're not able to take a divot.
Yeah, and when we say take a divot, we mean take a divot in front of the ball.
In front of the ball, the key point, the good kind of divot.
Yeah, everybody can take a divot behind the ball.
Right.
That's easy. It's hitting the ball and that little tiny sliver divot in front that most people will never do just because of how bad of a spot they put themselves in kind of late downswing.
Right, and there's a part of the release, right? So many golfers are trying to hold these angles for dear life to create that divot, but there's a part of that that's absolutely backwards.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of reasons there why, let's just say you've gotten a really good spot right here.
Yeah.
And you're in perfect position, hips, knees, arms, you've got some lag and you're ready to
If you're not, we've got a lot of videos on getting you there.
If you're not doing that, you got to backtrack a few steps. But you could still mess this up, like we always say. There is ways to mess it up late in the swing. You don't have much time from here, but there's some things you can do to mess it up. So one of them is trying to think that you're holding this lag all the way through the hit.
Well, it goes back to the conversation of this angle being lag, right?
Exactly.
To maintain that angle all the way into the swing, well, you can see how short that makes the club. So if this is address, if I just maintain that, my club's shorter to the ground than if I let that angle out. And it's maintaining this lag angle from the top, which is way less than it is down here at address, that really creates issues.
Yeah, so that's part of it is a misunderstanding of holding this angle as opposed to having the right wrist bent back on itself a little bit, as you swing, as you unload that angle. So holding this lag angle here, the problem with it is, like Mike said, if I just held that and swung, the club would miss the ground by 2 feet. So that's a huge problem. So number one, if you're in a good spot here, you have to understand that you have to let this angle out as you're swinging through, and that'll allow you to get the club head to the ground.
Okay, so letting it out, a lot of golfers are letting it out up here.
Right.
When you let it out and where you let it out is the key.
Yeah, you're getting the club in a spot here. We call it delivery in our swing system, right? Mm-hmm. It's hands at waist high, club head still above the hands. Mm-hmm. Club head's kind of inside the hands, somewhere between middle of the forearms and on the right forearm. And from there, it's shooting that BB out. We talk about if there's a BB in the shaft, I'm going to shoot that to the end through the hit. And if I'm positioned correctly and I'm getting my lead leg out of there, I can throw that and hit the ground in front of the ball and take a divot in front of the ball, which is the key. Now, I will say one more thing. The goal is to not really to beat down to take a divot. The body's going to be coming up. When the handle curves up here, that helps get that out. So don't be trying to bang down into the ground and take a divot. It might be the worst thing you could do.
Well, that's the bad part about trying to hold angles is I have to keep my hand going farther down. You can hit the ground doing that. You won't like where the ball goes. The handle will work up as that club releases, and you can hear the divot.
Well, and you made a good point there. Not only does the handle have to be lower, they have to dive the knees. If you've got like knee buckle and it looks like you got sniped through the hip, boom, like that, you're not letting that angle out probably because your body's having to go down when it should be coming up.
Right. So in order to undo all of that, like we like drills that can kind of teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
But before we show you the drill, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Helps us out a lot, helps us make more videos for your golf swing. You have the most important golf swing, not ours, not any tour players. Yours the most important golf swing. If we haven't covered something that you're really struggling with, let us know in the comments down below. Or if you have any questions in this video, let us know. But make sure to hit that subscribe button. It feeds us. It takes a lot of tacos to fuel these bodies. All right, so let's grab our hanger now. This is a great, simple little tool to kind of help you train all of this stuff at once.
So this is one I got years ago. You're able to I taped it on just because it helps so many golfers kind of get these concepts. I taped it around the top of the grip. And, at address, when you grip it, it'll be off your forearm a little bit here, right? And it'll be kind of uncocked, so this part of the hanger will be on your forearm. Now, I like it because as you swing back, it'll kind of stay on your left forearm. And this actually has a BB in it. So you get a 2-for-1 with this drill. This club actually has a BB that floats up and down. So you're going to float that BB into the grip, right? And as I come down here, I need to let that BB shoot that way, but I'm trying to do it while still maintaining a little bit of pressure here on this hanger. Now it'll finally come off and get on the right forearm, especially as it swings up here, it'll be on the right forearm. But through here, you can see that this part of the hanger is behind my forearm, basically. Look how much it moves as the top part flips over to square it. You're not holding it and then doing this motion.
Horsing it around.
You're actually uncocking it this way and let the body turn and some forearm rotation square this thing up. And then again, the momentum will finally flip it middle of the arms and finally it could hit the right arm. Some guys will hold it off a little bit. But just knowing that that happens, we've helped so many players realize that address position in golf is so different than impact.
Right.
And you know, we have all types of golfers watching this channel. Beginners all the way up to tour players, believe it or not. A lot of them are watching it, and we've communicated with them about some of our videos and talked to them. But if you're just picking up the game and we taught you an address position, you'll get in there, and a lot of times in that player's mind, the new player, even players that have been playing for a while, they're trying to come back to that same spot. Problem with that is you have to make some really bad movements in there to make that happen. So just knowing that the handle at impact is higher and the wrists go from there to there, man, it makes it so much easier, not only to square the face, but to get that divot in front of the ball.
Put your side to that camera there and hold the club in your left hand and hold it out in front of you like this. And show the movement. So remove your right hand and show the movement that has to happen from the top down into impact.
So there's the top. So all the way down is, well, it holds a little in that first part because, you know, the club's got some momentum. There's some float in there. But at delivery, which is about waist high, it's about right there. You don't want it completely out because it becomes a fire hose. You want a little bit left in there.
As it's turning.
Yeah, as it's turning over. So it's, man, that's kind of a, so kind of rotates. I guess you would do that, but it's easier to see this way. If you just let this hanger flip on top as it uncocks, you get a lot of squaring for free just from that motion.
Right.
And if you've been trying to square it this way, it would hit the right side of your forearm too early. This is just a great way to practice wrist angles, and it's super simple.
Yep, I think everyone's aware of this motion in the release, right? The closing, opening of the face. There's also some of this, right? And then there's some of this. And this is usually the one that's kind of missing when golfers struggle to hit the ground.
Yeah. I was just about to say something in there about that. Oh, yeah. Everyone's trying to roll the wrists to square the face. Right. It actually doesn't work like that. If you roll them and roll one forearm over the other kind of in this area to square it, you can see that the grip is backing up. We want to keep the grip kind of moving and the whole club moving as we make this motion, because if you back the grip up too much too early, you get fat shots and left shots or pulled shots.
That's exactly right. So give this drill a try. If you're struggling, like you don't have to use this specific training aid. You can go to the closet and get a hanger. Give this a try if you struggle to touch the ground through impact. You'll be surprised at what this drill will make you feel. Practice it, film it, make sure you're doing it right. You'll start taking those nice pure divots.